Alright everybody, good morning. Hope you're doing very, very well. I haven't entirely decided what I'm going to call this yet. Dom from KTM said it should be called something like a new meaning to fast food. But basically in this video, I have just got myself my first press bike from KTM. And it's a Super Duke R. Oh, I've got some haggis. I got some wee little bit of haggis. I have haggis and a tatty scorn. So, the plans for this trip is, basically I've ridden up to Scotland yesterday, so that was just shy of 500 miles on the Super Duke. Breakfast in Scotland, which I've completed. Right, I'm currently eating breakfast in Scotland. Tatty scone in Scotland, i.e. breakfast. Lunch in the Lake District, which is going to be a Cumberland sausage in Cumbria. Afternoon tea in Wales, which is going to be Welsh cakes or something like that. Not too sure yet, haven't really decided. And then finish it off with fish and chips in Cornwall. It was going to be fish and chips in Foy, but then Foy's on the south coast. And all of this is to put some whopping great mileage on the brand new 2024 plate Super Duke R that is currently sat over there. When an opportunity like this comes along, I don't like to half-arse it, let's put it that way. What could be better than using a Super Duke, which is not designed for touring in any way, shape or form, to go on a trip? Nearly 2,000 miles in the UK on a brand new KTM Super Duke R, almost slick tyres, while it's currently pishing at Doon in Scotland, just to go and get some food. Sounds like the absolute perfect trip to me. I'm going to polish this off and I'll see you on the road in probably about 15 minutes while I try and hunt for a toilet because this has gone straight through me. Probably shouldn't say that, should I? Breakfast in Scotland completed. Bear in mind I'm meant to be in the Lake District for lunch. It's currently 10 o'clock and I've got 461 miles to do today and 9 hours of riding. Probably should get on the road, shouldn't I? Let's go and make some loud V-twin barky noises and probably get done for speeding. Sam, this is getting on the road. Getting on the road with Sam on the Super Duke. Sam on the Super Duke, getting on the road. On the road is getting.com. Bring the wee little beast to life. Plug in my connection for the Chiggy. It's had its first service, but it hasn't had the service light turned off. It's done 869 miles. If you're thinking I'm spanking the living daylights out of a bike that hasn't had its first service yet, I've been assured it has. I've just paid for the premium subscription to my route app to see if this works. Why is this taking so bloody long to load? 484 miles. Bloody Nora. So to give you a little bit of an update on what happened yesterday, I don't know how loud this is going to be as well. I'm acutely aware that this bike has zero wind protection. I picked the bike up at KTM UK, went home, fitted all my stuff, fitted the sat-nav onto the bike and all that kind of bit, and then headed up to Scotland. It was surprisingly good. Like, I was fully expecting this to be horrendously uncomfortable. I was expecting it to be painful on the wrists, painful on my arse, painful on my back. Like, just everything. I wasn't expecting it to be good at all. It was fine. Like, completely fine. The only thing that was moderately achy, I guess, were my legs, because they're in this sort of tucked back position. This bike, being a 1390 Super Duke, was doing 61 mpg for most of the journey, miles per UK gallon as well, and I was getting near enough 200 miles out of a tank. I don't really ache at all today. I do ache a little bit, but I think most of that is from picking up the other bike that I picked up the other day, which you'll see in a coming video. Super Duke squirtage. Plan of action for this morning is I'm going to go on a big loop of Glen Co, and then we're going to head down into the Lake District and then down into Wales. In this bag behind me, I've got 4 mugs from Mad for Bikes. I'm going to hide them somewhere. So I'm going to hide one in Scotland, one in Wales, one in the Lake District and one in Cornwall. If you find them, I want you to take a photo, tag me on Instagram or on Facebook. If you don't have Instagram or Facebook and you find it, comment on this video and let me know. And then I'll send you my email address and you can email me the picture. And if you send me a picture with the mug in the little gift pack, there's a little prize waiting for you.
I don't know what that prize is yet. I haven't actually asked Mad for Bikes for a prize, but I'm just going to be like, oh, by the way, can you send the prize out to these guys? Bob, Bob, Bob. Please look, please look, please look, please look. Car coming. And go again. I love this Super Duke. It's so torquey. Took this down the A85 last night in the pissing wet on semi-slick road tyres. It was absolutely faultless. It was so confidence inspiring. Obviously because of the conditions I wasn't particularly riding hard, but the grunt out of the corners, it's that kind of turn into a sharp corner and it's the bwob bwob out of the corner. It's just so good. I mean, being completely honest, I've ridden, not this exact one, but I've ridden the Evo before. And I mean, you probably saw the video, right? It was just mental. Like, it was almost too much. I was in two minds as to whether this was going to be a good bike to do this trip on, because A, I want to have my license when I get home, and B, if a bike is just too much to ride all the time, you end up being more exhausted because you're focusing hard all the time.
RoadSkin mentioned you in your story. You watch it, it'll work completely fine now. So we'll do a route down to Glen Co, down to Innovv. That looks like a right loop, doesn't it? Thank you for nothing, my route app. You have successfully done nothing but annoy me. I'm sure it's great, but it can't load a bloody route that I did.
Absolutely pushing it. Actually, to be fair, it's not that bad now. It's not that bad. If you're watching this and you're Scottish, I'm sorry. Going to do some horrendous Scottish accents throughout this, and they will change region as well. It's nothing to do with the fact that I can't do a good accent. I don't like to segregate from one side of Scotland to the other, so that's why my accent fluctuates. Definitely that's the reason. Do you know what? I really like this Super Duke. It just looks really cool. It's bright orange. Someone walked past the bike earlier and just went, oh, that's bright, isn't it? Oh yeah, a little bit. There's a shop on my left hand side right now and there's a window. I want to keep looking over to look how good it looks, but I can't because there's people drinking coffee on the other side of the glass. On the right up here we have the famous Greenwelly stop. I once said on a video years ago, get your tacky Scotland memorabilia in there. The people that run it might be utterly lovely people and they try really hard, but it's still a tourist spot, so you can get tacky Scotland memorabilia in there. I mean tacky in the nicest way, but it's like, I went to Yosemite and there's a shop in Yosemite that sells tacky Yosemite merch. Like it's any shop, but oh my god, this comment I got was so angry. It was like, John and Lisa, or whatever the names are that run the place. John and Lisa do a fantastic job. How dare you say that it was tacky Scotland? Alright mate, chill out. Fuck hell. Only a little passing comment as a bit of a joke. Whistling helmet. Get your whistling helmet here. What of you, mate? I need to get some pictures of this bike, don't I? Bruce messaged me earlier going, I am so jealous right now. I'm like, yeah, I know, mate. Views road, Super Duke! Super Duke! The other thing that's quite nice is this, I've got a massive bag on the back. I don't know whether you can even see that under my arm. I've got a massive lowrider bag on the back full of stuff. Like the mugs, tools, jump pack, like just all of my just in case stuff that I normally bring with me. But it weighs quite a bit. So that, plus this tank bag, plus the sat nav, plus GoPros and all sorts of stuff, and it doesn't feel like anything's on the bike at all. Turn left faster, mate. Turn left faster, mate. Okay, thank you. Bloody door, this thing's quick.
Go. Yeah, move out my way, because I want to take further. I want to take further. Run, 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 run. Bam, bam. Oh, it looks so good, man. Such a cool bike. Marry me.
There's no way on earth I'm going to get 9 hours of riding done today. So many pictures I want to take. Oh my god, why is it why is this suddenly the M25? I've shot myself in the foot here because I'm downhill. Let's just gently get up to speed. Jesus Christ! Make sure my bloody bag's still on the back. Oh my god, this thing is so quick! Just the sort of torque out of a corner to just squirt past like a car like that. It's super easy. You can't see squirtage. Proper little squirter. Oh, we're coming down into Glen Co, everybody. Into Glen Co. Bloody windy. The sun is out, everybody. The sun is out in Glen Co. Squirtage is about to happen. I'm about to squirt, everybody. I'm about to squirt. Squirt. Very good squirt that was. Oh wow, what a place, mate. I think it's probably time that I dropped off my first mug, isn't it? Right everybody, here is a very generic spot for the mug drop off. Everyone watching thinking I'm littering. I mean, technically is kind of littering, but give it like a couple of weeks and I'm going to arrange for people to come up and collect the mugs so they're not just sitting here for the rest of time. If you think I'm littering, you should just go out and pick one of the mugs up, right? This is actually going to take quite a bit of time doing this, isn't it? First mug, everybody. So this is what you're looking for. It's got my logo on it, MotoProWorks logo on it, so we're both going to get done for littering. Right, where am I going to put this? Right, here we go, people. This is where the mug's going. First person to pick that mug up, comment below, contact me with a picture of it, gets a free prize. I don't know what that prize is going to be yet, but I will organise something. Hiya! Let's go. Another gentle acceleration. That's never going to get old! Ollie Ray's organised himself a touring company. I mean, mate, look at this. What a bike! Oh my god! It's so confidence inspiring on those corners. Oh my god, look at this place, mate. Look at this place. Gentle acceleration. Bruce, mate, you're gonna need to get one of these. It's so good. It is so good. If you needed a bike to overtake as many people as possible, it would be this. Look, fourth gear doing 40 miles an hour, not even 3,000 RPM. It's just absolutely mental. Mental. I've done 72 miles on this journey so far, on this today, and I've got 185 mile range. How? Not sure I believe that. I mean, there's no reason to not believe it, but bloody Nora. Bloody Nora! No, Sam. No, Sam. Go, Sam. Obey the speed limits in towns and villages, and then get into the nationals and spank the living daylights out of it. If conditions allow, obviously. I met Tommy Lindley on the way up, who's one of the patrons. Had a lovely chat with him at T-Bay Services. Then we rode for about 150 miles before he parted and went off to see his other half. So yeah, very nice to see you, Tommy. But yeah, I was having a chat with Tommy about it, and I was just sort of like, don't get me wrong, I'm well aware that what I put on YouTube, I ride like a bit of a tit, as an understatement of the year. But that is because if I'm on a bike for 4 hours, 5 hours, I cut the top 10 minutes out of it, and it's all edited so it's something's happening all the time in towns and villages where I'm doing 20 mile an hour. No one wants to see that. It baffles me when you see people uploading videos doing 50, 60 mile an hour in a 30. Like, they're ploughing through this village, and you kind of just think, well, like, I mean, this is maybe me being old, but I sort of sit there going, all it takes is for a group of kids to be on the other side of that corner and to walk out in the road or cross the road, and you're doing 50 mile an hour. There is no way you're stopping. I don't want people to copy my riding, thinking that I ride like I show on video all the time, if that makes sense. I don't know how to put that across on the channel without being like a twat about it. Get down to Oban, turn left over to Inverary, and then I think that's going to be our Scottish fun out of the way. I know it sounds really weird because obviously I'm going to like the bike to a point, like it's a Super Duke. I genuinely thought this was going to be, it would be really fun when I was in the twisties, but anything outside of the twisties I was going to hate. More than anything, I thought it was really going to be a compromise when it came to like the big long days in the saddle. I'll say leg ache, back ache, wrists were going to hurt. I thought I was going to get neck ache from leaning backwards, like putting my head up all the time. Look at the torque! Oh my god, uphill! Just pulls away. What was I saying? Yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted because look at where I am! And I'm not just saying this because it's a KTM and I do love KTMs. I like to think I'm pretty honest on my responses to stuff, and you can tell it. I mean, even Steve at a bike thing, he said that you can tell when I don't like a bike because I'm not giggling, I'm not enjoying it, and I'm like, I sort of pick it apart a bit more than I should, but I think it's because, oh, I just got a massive bug splat on my visor right in the middle. And there definitely are some negatives on this bike, but 99% of it is fucking incredible. I'm shocked so far at how capable it is. And I mean, it should be, right? Because it's a 20 grand 2024 Super Duke R. It's a super naked, hyper naked, whatever you want to call it, from the ground up. It's not a Tuono, which is just an RSV4 with a different tune and a set of straight handlebars. All the way around this really lovely tight corner. Plenty of grunt in 4th gear. I'm really going to struggle to not buy one of these when I get home. Look at this road! And again, I'm not spanking it, but... oh, there's an elderly woman that's going into a bookshop. Ah, how predictable, Margaret. How predictable. I do contemplate whether I'd get the Evo or not. The Evo's obviously one with the electronic suspension. Electronic suspenders. In theory, it would give the bike more use, I guess, because you could have soft suspension, you could have hard suspension. But at the same time, I have not missed it at all on this bike, and it's quite nice to just not have that extra faff, I guess. Getting out my way! Turning into a petulant child. Purely out of interest, I'm going to leave the bike in 4th gear for this entire road to see how usable it is. As soon as that line's broken, guess where I'm going. Bye-byes! Indicated 33 mile an hour, still in 4th gear. I am doing 2000 RPM, but it still pulls away. It feels like it would want to be in 3rd. I'm going up a hill and it's a bit kind of thing, but again, it's still not struggling. Just take one of them. 4th gear. What a grunty thing, mate. And bye-bye. Look at this! Oh, there's a petroleum station. Well, get some fuel for me as well. Lovely. Right, I'm going to fill up, people, and I'll bring you back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh my god, he stunk of BO. Like, really stunk of BO. Ooh, shit. Nearly dropped the bloody bike. Right, let's change some batteries. I'll bring you back in a minute, people. Bye.